Hello and welcome to another episode of 2 Minute Two. What? What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like I've had a haircut? So today we're going to be looking at two different various types of cardio, and that is HIT versus LISS, and whether HIT outweighs LISS. So first, a little explanation on HIT and what it is. So HIT is periods of intense bursts lasting from around 6 to 10 seconds, followed by a minute or two recovery, and you repeat that over time. Whereas LISS is slow, steady state walking, whether it's on a treadmill, outdoors, cycling, just over a prolonged period of time. It can range from anywhere from sort of 20 minutes to an hour, whatever, and that's essentially what it is. So recent popular sort of opinions and some research has swayed people to believe that HIT will yield better results than LISS. And this is because of the apparent sort of afterburn effect that HIT brings with it, epoch, if we want to get scientifical. And this is when essentially studies have shown that when you perform HIT, even after, you tend to expend and burn calories. And different to LISS, you're only actually burning calories when performing LISS, when you're actually doing the exercise and nothing happens after. So essentially with HIT, you could be done with your cardio, you could be sitting on the sofa and you're still burning calories. So epoch, or the afterburn effect, is a thing. It does actually happen, and HIT does bring with it this afterburn effect, but it's not as sort of beneficial for you as you may think. In fact, common research has actually shown that it only burns around 80 calories more. And Lyle McDonald actually mentioned this in his latest book, where an individual did 80 minutes of HIT. Now that's a lot of work, that's a lot of effort, okay? And the epoch effect lasting for 7 hours, but the individual only burnt an extra 80 calories. Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, I'd much prefer just to eat 80 calories fewer or less throughout the day. That's like a pear, for example. I'd much rather just take a pear out of my diet and not eat that than go through all of the hassle and hard work of doing 80 minutes of cardio or 80 minutes of HIT even. So although this afterburn effect sounds cool and on paper it sounds amazing, when we put it into practice, is it really worth it? And another way that I look at it is, if you're already training 3 or 4 times a week with weightlifting, which is usually pretty rigorous, pretty intense, and make your body a bit sore, if you're adding HIT on top of that on a separate day, that's an extra sort of day training in itself. Whereas with LISS, so the low impact, just walking, it doesn't really impair with recovery between your weightlifting sessions, which means you can keep that intensity up without the cardio sort of affecting your recovery and affecting your weight sessions essentially. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You can choose whether or not you want to do HIT or LISS. Do whichever one you can adhere to, but bear in mind and take on board all the points that I've just mentioned. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will speak to you soon.